Today we're diving beak first into the weird, wacky, and surprisingly emotional world of Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping. This cozy little mystery game serves up espionage, missing camp chairs, suspicious plush toys, and of course, bread addiction.
Are those bread slices?
If you've just finished the game or are curious about how a detective duck ended up arrested at a glamping site, let's unravel it together. Our hero, Duck Detective, is not doing so hot. He's behind on rent, again, still hopelessly addicted to bread and getting ignored by his ex-wife Anna. To top it all off, he's now living with Freddie Fredison. To lift his spirits, Freddie books a surprise camping trip, which turns out to be less relaxation and more haunted sanatorium. Naturally. At the campsite, we meet a quirky cast. Katja, Freddie's new girlfriend, who seems suspiciously competent. Arnaud, a smug chess influencer with a huge VIP tent and cult-like fan base. Matilda, a tough colonel traveling with her teenage son Toby. Amelia, the camp manager who dabbles in spells and the occult. And Theodore, a shy capybara who turns out to be Toby's long-lost dad. Trouble starts when Matilda's camp chairs go missing. The Duck Detective, desperate for a case and money, takes the job. But things spiral quickly. During a ghost tour, Arnaud's tent is broken into and his lucky yellow scarf is stolen. Suspicious, right? Matilda, who was a die-hard fan of Arnaud, had secretly been chatting with him online. Well, she thought it was Arnaud. She agreed to share secret military plans with him in exchange for exclusive photos. Turns out though, she got catfished by Katja. Katja, aka Sarah Blackhurst, yes, she's been wearing a disguise this whole time and is actually a goat, is a spy from West Canton. She used Arnaud's social media to manipulate Matilda into a secret document handoff. Meanwhile, Matilda had been unknowingly spied on via a camera planted in Toby's plush toy. And still staying with Matilda, we have Theodore, who has been desperately trying to reconnect with his son. He got Amelia to help him perform a courage ritual, and with his newfound bravery, he finally had the nerve to tell the truth. He's Toby's dad. All roads eventually lead to the spooky sanatorium, where Duck Detective finds a computer logged in under the name Sarah Blackhurst, which ties Katja to the plot. And just like the Duck Detective suspected, hidden in the broken toilets were the stolen military documents. So let's break this down. Who is actually responsible here? Katja orchestrated the whole scheme. Matilda was manipulated but still tried to trade state secrets for fan service. Arnaud, the poor guy, was clueless throughout all of this. The most shocking part of this game? Just as Duck Detective wraps up the case, documents retrieved, secrets revealed, he's suddenly arrested. Why? Turns out he's been ignoring court-appointed documents for months. That's right. Our duck is a wanted bird. The game ends with Duck Detective in handcuffs, being hauled away from the campsite, still clutching the clues he worked so hard to uncover. It's a classic noir twist. The hero solves the case, but his own past finally catches up with him. The detective becomes the suspect, or at the very least, the legally detained. Let's discuss a few theories about what it all could mean and where our Duck Detective might go from here. The ending leaves our Duck Detective behind bars, not because he messed up the case, but because he's been avoiding legal documents for goodness knows how long. A possible sequel could pick up from right here. Duck Detective having to prove his innocence, represent himself in court, or perhaps take on a new case from the inside. Honestly, we'd all watch him waddle into a courtroom, breadcrumbs on his tie, trying desperately to explain himself. let's take a moment for Freddy. The poor guy booked a glamping trip trying to cheer up his depressed friend, only at the end to discover his girlfriend was not really his girlfriend but a secret spy. Oof. Freddy deserves better. But maybe this betrayal could lead to some new growth for Freddy, and that could be very beneficial for the Duck Detective as well. On a more serious note, the Duck Detective's bread addiction. It's funny at first, the Duck Detective can't resist a good loaf, but as the crumbs pile up, it starts to tell of something deeper. This isn't just a quirky joke, it's a coping mechanism. The Duck Detective is clearly struggling. He's living with a roommate, dodging court documents, and haunted by a failed marriage he's not over. The bread for him is comfort, it's control. It's like a real-world addiction, similar to alcohol, something to reach for when your whole life seems to be slipping away. This second case shows us a Duck Detective who's not unlucky, he's lost. The moment at the end when he's arrested isn't just surprising or comical, it's sad. He's solving crimes, sure, but he's not solving his own life. Whether the bread addiction is played for laughs or not, it paints a heartbreaking picture of a detective who's in desperate need of healing. But let's take a look at the bigger picture here, all of these government secrets up for grabs. This second case hints at a much larger world beyond missing camping chairs and stolen scarves. With classified documents, planted surveillance, and government-level espionage involved, our Duck Detective might have stumbled into something much bigger than he realizes. Whether or not the series follows up on that, it's very clear that our feathered friend is waddling into some dangerous waters. Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping might look cute and cozy on the outside, but underneath all of the camping gear and duck puns is a story full of secrets, betrayal, and espionage. And the ending is bold, bizarre, and perfect for setting up more misadventures. What do you think will happen next? Will Duck Detective stand trial? Will Freddy ever get over this betrayal? And most importantly, will our Duck Detective ever stop eating bread? Let me know your thoughts and theories down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for more videos just like this one. See you next time, Detective.